Hey, good morning and welcome to another episode of the Marvinizer Mastery Group, better known as Cal says it, MMG. MMG. Uh, we're going to start off like we always do with the word of the day. And the word of the day today is believe. It's just one word, believe. And that one word came from a session I did on Saturday for the Contractors Association. And we're talking about selling value and not price. And one of the first things I talked about was, do you believe that the price that you're getting ready to put down on that solution, remember, not quote, not proposal, but that solution is fair and firm? Because it starts with you. How is your belief? Do you have a very high self-worth of yourself and your company and the pricing? Because if you don't believe, it's not going to take me too much of all at all, to move you off that price. As a matter of fact, you probably may even discount the price even before you got it to me. Because when you wrote the price down, you looked at it and went, oh my God, that's a lot of money. There's no way he's going to pay for that or she's going to pay for that. So you already took something off of it. So have a strong belief, have an unlimited belief. You really want to believe that what you're getting ready to provide or what you are providing is the best. And there's nobody better, not from a cocky standpoint, but from a self-confident standpoint. So the word for this week is believe. Just believe. Believe you're the best. Believe your pricing is the best, and believe your company is the best. So now we're going to go to the question of the week. Ask Marvinizer anything. What do you got for me this morning, Cal?
So this week we have a question that says, how do I stay disciplined and consistent in my sales approach?
Mm, that's kind of an easy one for me because I love focusing on the word discipline. So how do I stay disciplined, not just in my sales approach, but really just anything? Because there's some things in your sales approach that you probably have a tendency to skip, or you don't like doing that. But let me give you three components of the word discipline. Actually, four components. Self-discipline, not just discipline, but it's going to require self-discipline. And self-discipline has those four components of, number one, doing what you're supposed to do. Number two, when you're supposed to do it. Number three, whether you feel like it or not. And then number four, even when no one's watching. So I want you to think about the approach and process that you use. What is it that you're supposed to do? When are you supposed to do it? And can you do it even when you don't feel like it, especially when it comes to making calls or doing your follow-up? Because the fourth one, when no one's watching, because most salespeople, you're not being micromanaged. You're kind of out there on your own doing your thing when you're sitting down with that opportunity. So apply that self-discipline, doing what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not, and even when no one's watching. And there's two things that can help propel that. One is reward, and the other is consequence. So what's going to push you to do those four things? One, sometimes reward. A lot of times we're motivated by reward of doing that. And then sometimes we're motivated by the consequence of not doing that. So which one is going to propel you to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not, and even when no one's watching, is it going to be reward or consequence? Personally, I like the reward, but there are times when I have to be motivated by consequence, Cal, especially when it comes to exercising. I asked the question myself, so what happens if I don't do it? Well, that belly can start getting a little big. So I better get down and do my push-ups and sit-ups and stretches and exercising and do my walk because I don't want that consequence of what happens if I don't do it. So yeah, hopefully that'll be helpful, to the person that sent that in. Our topic for today, for this Monday, is competition. Because we've been traveling down the road of overcoming client resistance or customer resistance. And one of the areas of resistance is competition. And what I wanted to talk about with competition today is two things. One, you need to know your competition. I remember even when I was working for J.B. Robinson Jewelers, we would always collect any flyers, any brochures, any ads, any advertisements that our competitors would put out there so we could read the fine print. Not because we're afraid of it, but we wanted to be able to read the fine print for customers, because customers don't read fine print. They're just looking at the price. So how well are you doing spending some time preparing? And remember, we talked about preparation, pre-call planning. Some of your pre-call planning should be knowing your competition. Are you cutting out their ads? Are you looking at the things they put out there in the media and online? Are you listening to their ads on the radio? And are you looking at the fine print for the customer? The other thing when it comes to competition, I love using what's referred to as the balance sheet close. And the balance sheet close is an opportunity for you to put a one sheet together that has some of the competitors, maybe not by name, but that you have sections across the top, you being the first one, and then below you have all the things that you provide in a very excellent way, and you have check marks beside them, because what you want to be able to do is inform the customer, not downing your competition, but letting them know that all companies in this industry are not created equal. And here's what you're going to get from us, and you got check marks on each one of those things. Now, on the other areas that you have up there, there's going to be vacancies, because for a fact they don't provide that. So use that balance sheet close as a way of identifying that all companies are not created equal. And I'll give you one more before I close out this tip for today. I have one company that actually put a postcard together, and they also have an online that talks about 10 questions you should ask before selecting. This is a landscaping company. They said, here's 10 questions you should ask before making your final decision on who you're going to use as a landscaper. And the 10 questions are there. On the backside, it has snow removal, because they do both. And I love that concept, because now it forces the customer to take a look at attributes that you provide, but your customer may not provide. So do you have something like that you can go down each one of those areas with the customer and show them these are things that you're going to want to consider? And it's a great opportunity to highlight your strengths and show the other company's weaknesses without bad mouthing them, but being factual. So that's my message today. You got the word of the day, believe. You got an answer to how to be disciplined, self-disciplined, and now you have some ideas on how to overcome the competition resistance. 1, knowing your competition. 2, using that balance sheet close. Hey, looking forward to seeing you next week. And remember, the way you practice is the way you play. And again, don't practice these things until you get them right. Practice these things until you won't get them wrong. See you next week.